G'day, fellas. And welcome to Grand Final Game number 3 for Outback Octagon number 4. Today, we are on Rigged. Oh. I don't know what's going on there. Yo, we got meteorites on Rigged now? I have not seen this before. Oh my lord, there's a meteorite, bro. Somebody please. You've spotted it. You've seen the meteorite, Numadan. Numadan, go. It's a meteorite, bro. Anyway, welcome. We're on Rigged. This map is rigged. Why is it rigged? Well, that's the name of the map. But it's also rigged because there's quite a lot of things. There's a lot of deer. There's a lot of boar. There's a lot of berries. There's a lot of relics. There's a lot of everything. It's a fun map. Honestly, I really like it. There's a lot of resources. And I think having lots of resources is naturally a good thing. But you know what else is a good thing? When players like to get involved early on. Oh, good luck. Have fun. Corvinus 1. Corvinus 1 making a decision early on to try and force Beastie away from this spot. We got two of the potential favorites for this event facing off early in this game. Villagers looking to try and get that shuffle in as the daggers come out. The chat between these guys right now is happening. One villager going to get sent away. Corvinus 1 bringing everything back. Let's try and get in there a little bit deeper, get a bit of an idea. Oh, Villager 1 goes down for Corvinus 1. Beastie's going to try and keep this last one alive. You can see him running it out. Beastie got a 4v. How many vills did Corvinus... is Corvinus building the TC? Oh, yeah, Corvinus is building the TC with one vill back here. So he's trying to kill the villagers. He's trying to delay, but at the same time, he's losing his own vills. He's got to be extra cautious. Okay, he's going to get one for his trouble. So at the very least, I think they're even now. So Beastie's 3 vills. Is Beastie only 3 vills? No, Beastie had to have run a vill. I think Beastie ran a vill, right? Oh, Corvinus has got... Oh, Corvinus has got scouts already because he's playing as the Roos. Oh my gosh. Oh, bro, he got 2 vills. He got 2 villagers. One of them tried to escape and he got it with the scout, I think. I remember that vill walking away. That's so smart, actually. It's so smart to go for that early game fight if you're playing as Roos because you can chase away any of those low health vills. Oh, that's big. That's big. That's bad as well for Beastie. All right. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen, because we have got ourselves a grand final to cast. Spawning in the north of the map in the color orange, playing as the Sengoku Daimyo. It's Numadan. Towards the south, in the color yellow, playing as the Tughlag Dynasty, it's Beastie. In the color pink, playing as the Rus, representing TRUL, it's Corvinus 1. To his west. Oh, he spotted it. Demu spotted it. Demu has spotted... Oh, dude, I'm putting all my eggs in the Demu basket. Oh, my God, I'm putting all the eggs in Demu basket right now, bro. Oh, I think he's the only one with a meteorite. Oh, this is absolutely cracked. Okay, in the color purple, playing as the Ayyubids, it's Demu. To his south, in the color turquoise, playing... Oh, who's he playing? Playing as the Delhi Sultanate here, it's PuppyPaw. In the color blue, playing as the OG English, it's Wham01. And to the south, or rather southwest of his position, playing as the Golden Horde in the color red, it's Sass _ on Discord for coaching. And finally, in the north of the map, northwest of the map, in the color green, playing as the Abbasid, it's Lucifer 7. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rigged. Welcome to a caster game and welcome to Outback Octagon 4. We're in the grand finals. And we're going to be keeping an eye out on this player right here, Beastie, of course, off to a bit of a slow start. Naturally, it's going to happen whenever you get into those fights. But, of course, if you lose villagers as well, it's going to make it even slower. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Let's have a look and see where these players currently sit. If you don't want to be spoiled for the previous games, please look away from your screen right now and make sure you go back and watch them. Let's take a look at that leaderboard right now. This is where these players currently sit. PuppyPaw and Beastie. 10 points and 9 points, followed by Lucifer and Wham, both on 4 points, and then Corvinus, Demu on 1, and finally Numadan and Sass on 0. It is anybody's game at this point. Keep that in mind, so do not count Numadan and Sass out. Also, I just want to note that PuppyPaw and Beastie, both of them, 10 and 9 points, both of them got the shit civs. Or at least, look, I don't want to call the Delhi Sultanate a shit civilization, but like, let's be real. Are you going to take the Delhi Sultanate, or are you going to take Ayyubids? Are you going to take the Delhi Sultanate, or are you going to take, like, the Sengoku Daimyo? Are you going to take the Delhi Sultanate or English? Like, if you were to put a tier list, they might fall in the good category. But if you had to put other civs on that tier list, almost every other civ would be above them. There's only one civ I can think of at the moment off the top of my head that I'd put below it, and that's the one that Beastie rolled. Oh man, we've seen him before playing as the Tughlag Dynasty. This civilization, it's a bit weird, right? Like, we've seen games where it's got a really good early game and a kind of decent mid game, but it just really falls off in the late game. So I don't know whether that's people just not understanding how to play it yet, not knowing how to play it. Maybe it's just a bad civ. There's so many different possibilities for what it could be, but I haven't really seen one game that's it's shined and I've gone, wow, I want to play that civ in FFA, because it seems like a fun civ, right? Like the whole idea, Tughlag forts, you get all these bonuses through the game, you can do some cool strats like 2TC Tughlag fort, I think is a very viable strategy, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't hit right. Now, can we talk a little bit about why this is so big? Because first and foremost, I think this is the very first meteorite we've ever seen in Outback Octagon. We've never had a meteorite before this. Now, for anyone who doesn't know how the meteorite works, it's a combination resource where you're gathering stone and gold at the same time off this specific deposit. And what that basically means is this villager goes from being 1 villager to 2 villagers. And do you know what happens if you bring 10 villagers up here? That goes from being 10 villagers to 20 villagers. It's incredibly important, especially in the early game, that you maximize your economic efficiency. So by having this, you are just so far ahead of anybody else, as long as you take advantage of it. So one of the things I'd like to see from Daimyo at the very least, so you can see he's got these villagers here. After he's clicked the age up, which he already has, I'd be moving these villagers up here. You can get stone for a keep, you can get stone for a TC, you can get stone for walls, stone for anything, just by gathering up gold on the meteorite. And that's part of the reason why I think this is a very interesting map, at the very least. The meteorite in particular just really excites me a lot. I like seeing this sort of element of randomness in here, and the fact that there's only one, you know, if we had 2 or 3, the other thing to remember is that, like, people would be fighting over this if they knew this. If I saw this here, dude, I would be sending outposts of villagers and waves of villagers, because if you can secure that, there's a potential lead that you can build from it. All right, age up starting to come through. Beastie with the Dome of the Faith. Corvinus 1 with the Kremlin right next to each other. We've had the age up coming through from Daimyo, who's gone into the Dervish early on. We see them sitting out here on this position. Meanwhile, to the south, we've got the next Dome of the Faith coming through. Numadan in the north of the map. He's going for the Ryokan as well. Interesting decision for the Ryokan, but I can understand in an FFA why it might actually make sense to go for the Ryokan compared to what you would typically see, which would be the Koka Township. Over towards the west side, House of Wisdom. He's gone Eco Wing Lucifer with a rare Eco Wing, but we'll give it to him. I'm suspecting 3 TCs into Fast Castle. Meanwhile, 2 TCs with the Abbey of Kings for Wham. How we doing over here for Sass? Sass at the moment with the Golden Tent going into the Khan and Torgoods. Doesn't look like he's got the second TC just yet, but I'll tell you what, he's got a nice little spot over here. A lot of control. And then I think that's it. That's all of our plays and all of their age ups. We can hear the next age up coming through as well for Numadan as he clicks up to Castle. And he finally does it. Numadan actually got Sengoku Daimyo in the last game as well. And he put his sake brewery really far away from the Matsuri. So I'm going to say right now, well done. Just because, like, the Matsuri is generating 30% gather rate for all nearby villages, you might as well throw the sake brewery in there and pick up the extra 30% on them, because they're already cracked, those villages. Make them more cracked. Okay, let's talk about first player out. Let's talk about last player in. First player out, we're just going to put our money on Beastie. It's unfortunate. He did well in the last game. I don't think he's going to do well in this game. And for our victory today, we're going to say Daimyo, only because he's got this meteorite. This is, for me, this is the big story. This is the big factor. And I love the way that, as well, with the meteorite, you can see that, like, it created this giant dent, even in the mountain. Like, this is the biggest dent I've ever seen. And I'll be real with you. I've seen a lot of dents. I am a regular over on Beastie's stream. I see the Twitch chat. I see a lot of dents. This is a big dent. Meteorite. I hope. I pray right now that the Daimyo moves up towards it. Doesn't look like he's going to be doing it, though. I'm going to be going into Economic Wing Industry. So picking up the extra wood, the extra stone, and villagers gathering faster. We've seen this quite popular from players. Doesn't look like we've got 3 TCs coming out as well. I want to say 3 TCs. Yeah, 3 TCs coming out from Lucifer. Sengoku Daimyo. Castle Age is the first one up as well. Now, let's check in with the relics. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 13? Is that right? Am I seeing that correctly? 1. We had a white tower attempt over here after the 2 TC. It's going to get cancelled. He's going to put it down in the middle probably, or he's going to wait out the tall goods. You can see they're dying pretty quickly. 1 underneath this TC. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At the very least, it's 12 relics, which is just amazing. There's no relic enjoyers near this, though. We've got the English. We've got the Golden Horde. I mean, Golden Horde is arguably a relic enjoyer, if they can do it. He's not doing it, though. Do the thing. And then we've got the Abbasid, another potential. You can see the Dervish sitting out over here for demo. Just biding his time, just waiting. Scout going to be found out over here. Corvinus 1 Scout as well. You can feel right now. I think this is our 13th relic. This is a 13th relic over here. I don't know if we counted this one originally. We're not going to count it, though. Again, we'll just say that, hey, there is a relic over here. Second TC for demo after the Castle Age. He's going to throw that down as soon as he hits 3 TCs. 3 TCs after the Castle Age because of that extra bonus wood that he's picked up and that stone. So he's gathered up all of that stone that he's gathered up from the meteorite. It gets spotted out by Numadan. Numadan says, no. That's not how it works. You don't take that. That's mine. Battering ram coming out for Corvinus 1. Oh, this is painful for Corvinus 1. Why is this painful for Corvinus 1? This is not the first time we've seen him make battering rams in the Feudal Age. We saw him do it in the last game up against PuppyPaw, and it didn't go well for him. And he's doing it again in this game. This time, I'm hoping that he's going to bide his time a little bit longer, because ideally, if you're going for a kill in the Feudal Age, you want to make sure you get it, because you're probably not going to be picking up many other points in the game. White Tower again on the south side. You can see he wants it badly. Vil's going to be pulled here. Sass trying his best to cancel it. It does get cancelled. Of course, he could go for a little bit of a safer one down here in between the 2 TCs, but he's not going to take it. Now Spears coming out together with the King, looking to fight a little bit longer. Checking in with the meteorite. Still 3.6k left on the meteorite. So this translates to 7,200 resources gathered at 2x speed. White Tower. He's going to try for it on the bottom side. And look, you can see Sass down towards this southern position, almost knowing exactly what's going to happen. Moves down here immediately. And now Lucifer. Look at Lucifer. This is so rare to see Lucifer going for walls like this. Vil's going to be forced back. There are a couple spears down here. We can't really see what's happening in there. But we do have the King that's helping out. He's going to charge onto the Scout on the White Tower. Continues to rise. PuppyPaw. Second TC. Castle Age. White Tower coming up certainly on this bottom side. But honestly, this is a win here for Sass. It's a big win. He wanted to put the White Tower up here, and it was pretty much going to block out everything that was going to be looking to transition through this area. Would have forced him into a long, protracted fight. And honestly, it's a good thing for Whammo 1 that it didn't happen. But oh boy, the base of Beastie. He's struggling. He's got a good number of archers here as well, but we start to see the Desert Raiders. Desert Raiders all ready for demo. No fast Imperial just yet. Really looking to focus down this town center. There's the King out the back. He's trying to run it away. I don't know whether or not he's got an outpost in the north, but the archers get in, and Corvinus 1 takes the first blood in the Feudal Age, picks up some points, gets on the board, looks a little bit better, climbs a little bit higher, exactly what he wants. After those first 2 games, it's been a slow start for him, but I tell you what, he's coming out of the gates now. Corvinus with the big snipe. Holding for the moment. Corvinus 1 has done it. He achieves greatness. And now the question is, where does he go from here? I mean, you've got a whole bunch of rams that you could potentially look to transition into an attack. At the same time, it looks like Demu is building up that unit number. Now, one of the key things that I like to see players do is opt for that fast Imperial into the military wing reinforcement. Let's see whether or not Demu goes for that. He's already thrown down the 3 TCs, which is, I'm not going to say it's a mistake because it's a different style that he's playing, but I definitely feel like it's a bit of a waste if you don't go for that super fast Imperial. I guess the other thing to note is he's in the middle of 3 players, so he does need to be making units. That is definitely something that he's going to be aware of. Numadan also hunting right now, playing as the Sengoku Daimyo. We start to see the Mounted Samurai massing up. No one yet to take this meteorite. It's painful. And you know, want to know the funny part is, like, I know about the I mean, these guys know about the meteorite, right? Like, because at the end of the day, they would have been playing on the ranked ladder. They would have played that map with the stupid meteorite. They would have been complaining. They would have written Reddit posts about it. Meanwhile, over towards the west, we do have that trebuchet coming out. Obviously, it's not from a favorable position here. Ajup has come through. He's gone for Muscovy Yasak, and now going into stone armies. So definitely the right combination here. wasn't able to really pick up a whole lot of relics, even though, well, we can see them. What is going on here? This shaman just has the ability to prevent any wolves from attacking him. I guess it's the wolf den. But, I mean, there's a lot of... Like, look at the relics that are here. Maybe this is one of those games where, hey, it was probably worthwhile going into the relic Uvus. For the moment, Corvinus 1 staying alive. Keep in mind, he's got first blood. Now he needs to survive. The question is, does he lose this game quickly, or does he somehow thrive? And now towards the center, it looks like Numadan finally going to be taking this position. Now, keep in mind, there's not necessarily diminishing returns on the meteorite, but in saying that, it definitely loses its impact the longer the game goes. You want to try and gather this up as early as you can. The best TC location in this game would have been right here on the meteorite, next to the trees. It is, it's such a good little spot. Okay. Looks like we may potentially have 3 players vying for the king of Corvinus. Corvinus 1 now. Once again, looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble. We still got this 1v1 over on the east side. Keep in mind these trebs slowly going to be burning down the golden tent. Now, the golden tent, you can see he's got Vils at the back. Is this draining wood? I don't think it's draining wood. Yeah, it's not draining wood. So just like the Abbasids, it doesn't drain wood when you repair the golden tent. And this could be one of the hard sells for the golden tent, is primarily the fact that it's just got this essentially infinite health, right? Like, all you do is bring in enough villagers to repair at the rate that the trebs are taking it out. You just always want to try and keep it on the highest amount of health. Imperial Age now coming through for Sass as well. Corvinus 1 still alive in that corner. King now going to be moved. Where's that king going? Where's that king going? King's going to the Abbey of Trinity? So that is not a keep. Where is he going with this king? Is he trying to bait it out, potentially? A little bit of a fight up towards the north. The Yatai going to get chased away. Back down towards the south. Golden Tent slowly losing health. We've got quadruple treb. Quadruple treb, only 2 of them are firing right now. I don't think he's aware that he's only got half of his forces firing. And Corvinus 1, I think he's trying to bait these players in to attack each other. The worst thing that could happen right now is one player attacks Corvinus 1. He wants multiple players to attack, and that's exactly what he's going to get. It's a classic case of Corvinus 1 doing what he does best, bringing everybody together. PuppyPaw now reaching the Imperial Age. Which landmark did he go up with, and where did he put that landmark? Am I blind? Yeah, I'm blind. It's the Hussar Academy. It's right in the middle. You can see he's got all of the upgrades queued up. And Corvinus 1 going a little bit too far away from his base right now. Definitely not the right move. Way too many mounted samurais here. I mean, when you look at the army sizes of all of these players, it's natural to assume that, well, there's no chance no matter what. Oh, no. Oh, no. The king's out. He's going to try for a quick wall here. I think he wanted to get that keep down, but he's just not had enough time. The quick wall is successful for the moment, but it's only a matter of time until he's through. You can see he's going to try and break the front down instead towards that south. The continuation happens. Landmark snipe not going to be on the cards. Vils managed to make it through. We've got units trying to come around the edge. Corvinus 1 bringing all the villagers, trying to throw down a keep in the corner. The charge is going to come out, but keep in mind, we've got ranged units here for Demu. Demu's going to try and take the king kill. All of the mounted samurai running in. He's going to time it perfectly. He's gone for it, but unfortunately, the king kill goes to Numadan. Demu not able to find it. Meanwhile, we got a raid up towards the meteorite as more villagers go down. The massacre of the meteorite. It is happening. Look at the amount of units rallied across here. A whole bunch of Yumis now making their way across the top side of this map. Meanwhile, towards the south, big push coming through. Apologies for missing out on this push, as Whammo 1 gets forced away for the moment by Sass. Now, Sass's Imperial Age, keep that in mind, he's spamming out the Torguds like crazy. Still not doing that much work for him. He's at 330 health on them at the moment. The fighting continues between these two over on the east, but the extra population has been won by Numadan. And keep in mind that when it comes to this game, it is anybody's ball game, really. There's the chance, absolutely the chance, to go from the bottom of the table to the top of the table in this game. If you can pick up a couple kills and pick up a victory. Now the battering rams for Demu. The question is, where does he go from here? He's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. PuppyPaw obviously being his rock, and the hard place being Numadan in the north. But Numadan might have other things to worry about, as we can see Lucifer is building. I suspect Lucifer, I mean, Lucifer could come down here and ruin the day of these two players. But it looks like he's going to be playing the nice guy right now. No Billie Eilish for him. Spears making his way across the top. Looking to pick on somebody his own size. A lot of Ghazi Raiders coming out for PuppyPaw. Keep in mind, Demu's still in the Castle Age. And, you know, it sort of goes back to that earlier statement that we made, the whole idea of, you know, we've seen players, we've seen Ayyubid players in this event stay on one TC for like 20 minutes. And just because of their fast Imperial, they've been able to easily demolish lobbies. So there's a part of me that feels like the 3 TC is good, but it's a little bit dated. Moving into that fast Imperial just makes a lot of sense, taking advantage of that military wing. King is out, makes his way towards the keep. Demu's struggling on the south side as the elephant number continues to build. And PuppyPaw's once again made it through the fire and flames on the Delhi Sultanate today. Okay, towards that top side. Sengoku Daimyo trying to hold on. Archer numbers looking decent. Mounted Samurai trying to hold as well. He's only in Castle Age and he's fighting up against elite units here. Lancers together with the spears. Slowly working it through, and you can see Numadan's population here compared to Lucifer. Lucifer more than double the population. I think this might be a very quick game for Numadan, unfortunately. At least less than 20 minutes, we'll say that much. King moves towards the Berkshire. Whammo 1, hoping that the internet stays strong in this game. PuppyPaw obviously going to be hoping the same thing because they've got the same connection. Scholars now moving forward here. Has he picked up all of the upgrades? Not quite yet. So these scholars are moving on the aggressive, and we can hear from Numadan's perspective there is definitely some Ashigaru in the house. We heard them screaming out just then. More and more scholars make their way up. King is inside. Demu might be going down right here, right now. In fact, we could have 2 players going down in very quick succession. PuppyPaw with quite a few units inside the base of Demu. And Demu, unfortunately, just not finding the right spacing or the right timing this game. He had the meteorite earlier on, didn't take advantage of it. Has that been the cause of the delay? Perhaps. Where's the king? Where's the king? The king's moving. He's moved over to the TC. We weren't even looking. Meanwhile, back towards that north side. Numadan's town center is falling. A lot of units here to help siege. Back towards the south. The DMZ between these two maintains. Wallalol attempt. Never mind, it's a Wallalol attempt. It's an offensive Wallalol. Meanwhile, up towards the north, that king's still safely inside the TC. Last legs on this town center as the king stands. And Saladin goes down. Demu, our favorite pick for today, unfortunately loses out at the 23-minute mark. But it looks like he's not going to be the only one going out of this game at 23 minutes. So Numadan brings back more villagers, tries to do a little bit of repair on this TC. It's a slow and steady crawl. And now PuppyPaw's got some relics to take. He's going to make his way to the north. It's going to be a slow crawl up here. Conversion attempt on the south. Berkshire trying to defend as much as it can. King's moved into an outpost. 1,500 health on this bad boy. Towards the south, the fight continues. Springfield in placement, trying to hold on. Live, Numadan, live. He's completely surrounded. Come out with your hands up, sir. And even if you come out with your hands up, you're just going to get, well, you're going to get torched in the face. Let's put it that way. There's the king. He's out. He's alive. And he's dead. Plus 50. Goes over towards Lucifer. Back down towards the south. So where does that put us? That puts us at Lucifer 250. PuppyPaw 250. Wham 200. And Sass 200. PuppyPaw and Wham still remain in this game. Who is the next target for PuppyPaw? Does PuppyPaw go for somebody more his size? Does he allow these two to continue their grind? They've been going for a long time, these two. And look at all the knights on the back, hitting up the traction trebuchets. Good night. Bombard gonna go down here as well, as the Berkshire stands tall and stands strong. No court architects just yet. Back towards the north side. Elephants beginning to migrate. It looks like it could be Wham's base that gets hit. And you know he's just gonna walk over the top of these two if he tries. It's just a matter of getting the feet moving and the legs going, and he's changed his mind. He says, no, you know what? They might be fighting down there. They might be having a real good fight. We'll let him keep going. He knows about the status of the king. He knows about the status of the Berkshire. And instead, he opts for a good game rather than a quick game. Keep in mind, this is the grand finals. This is where it all counts. They're all playing for points at this stage. They want to do their best to win. A decent army for Lucifer. 35 lancers. Camel's looking golden right now. Been listening to a little bit too much K-pop, I suspect. But the elephants continue their march. Upgrades have come through. And now the Ghazi Raiders together with them. They're going to try and take out this horde of Abbasid units. Where's the king? The king's walled in. Oh, he's made the connection as well with the barracks over the stone wall. It's hard to do this. Normally you see players use a mill whenever they're doing this. But he's got the final walls in on the House of Wisdom. So he's completely safe. And now returning away from that spot. Almost certainly looking at it and thinking, oh, God. Thinking, he probably was thinking, oh, God. That was the king that went down on the south here. All right. Elephants. For the moment, we've just been watching this army migrate around the map. Screaming as they do it. The meteorite's still standing. I'm so sad, dude. It's the first meteorite we've ever seen, and nobody even bothers looking at it a second time. Some villagers behind enemy lines. Big stone wall coming up down here as well. Have a look at this. PuppyPaw prepping for the late game. Look, but oh, I don't even think we talked about the fact he's got such a massive natural wall across here. Look at this. The way it goes all the way towards this top position. Beautiful natural wall, and now it seems like the fight will come to an end. As while Wham has managed to clear Sass, look at the population of these two players. Both of them together, less than PuppyPaw, less than Lucifer. Lucifer's coming in behind him though. He doesn't want to leave it all to PuppyPaw to have for the party. And now we've got ourselves. You can see Wham saying, I'm dying to Puppy. Sass saying, oh, okay. Sass obviously going to just be chilling out. Is Sass going to try and get the kill? I think Sass wants to try and get the kill. Definitely the right call here. But there's so many units, dude. And it's not just Puppy that you're dying to, my friend. Oh, no. There's a party in Wham's base, and everyone's invited. Relic gets picked up. He's going to try and force them back. He doesn't want to dare click on that. And you can see the timing on this is absolutely perfect. Puppy demonstrating why he is a two-time champion. Contest the king and lose your army. That's what he's telling him. Beautiful control right there from PuppyPaw. A massive IQ. Just such incredible foresight. Where did he even get this relic from? I think he literally just... Was this the relic from the very beginning of the game that was down here? Surely not. Surely not. Elephants now coming in. Lucifer just wants to grab a little bit of it. He's going to pick up some reinforcements. Is Lucifer not aware of the prospect that maybe Sass is going to be the next one to go down? Perhaps. Sass now. King in the town center. 6,000 health. Lucifer making his way down, hoping that there's no more relics. If Lucifer can claim this kill, it will guarantee that he'll have the population to go the legs, go the distance. Moves the relic over towards this top side. Doesn't have another charge on it just yet. Knight's trying to come through. Elephant's doing the work. There's no ranged units in here, so it's going to get scrappy. Who gets the population? Who gets the kill? Elephants not allowing it to go down. You can see he's got good control over this surface area. Sass just letting them fight right now. King not popped out. He's going to drop the Vils. There's the king on the ground. Everyone's going to commit. And it goes to PuppyPaw. He takes 100 population lead over Lucifer now. The elephants securing the last hit. No ranged units will be the death of you, my friend. And now all of these units return back to the base of Lucifer. Now, how does Lucifer play from here? That's a big question. In my mind, there's only one way to play from here. I mean, there's two ways that you could probably play it. The first way is that you want to go for attrition. So basically, you just want to keep fighting with PuppyPaw constantly. You want to try and drain those resources. Don't ever let him build up an army more than 250 pop, because you've got 250 pop. You want to try and keep him fighting so that that population stays low with him. The second way is you go for something a little bit sneaky, something a little bit cheeky. You anticipate that, hey, this is what Puppy's going to do. You know, I don't think we mentioned this all game, but I think there's only a single sacred site in the middle of the map. I can't believe we're only realizing that now. I guess we were a little bit focused on something else. Something a little bit more important, arguably. A meteorite. I mean, it's got all the building blocks for life. Gold. Stone. What more could you need? Oh boy. PuppyPaw here. And I go back to my earlier comments about how, you know, Beastie and PuppyPaw drew the short straw. They got the bad civilizations. And yet here we see PuppyPaw in the final two once again. We saw him yesterday, dominating with Delhi. And we see it again today. And there's a part of me that thinks, am I wrong? Is the Delhi Sultanate not a bottom tier civilization? And then there's another part of me that thinks, or is it the children that are wrong? And they don't recognize that PuppyPaw is that damn good. It doesn't matter what civ you give him, he's gonna find a way. He's got the will. He's got the ability. It doesn't matter what civ you give. Paw is the law. And now the elephants repelling the army. More elephants in the middle of the map. Dude, when your elephants outnumber the camels, it's gonna be a good time. It's denying the keep, or at least trying to take out the villagers here. Not able to find the connection just yet, but it's gonna be, look how quickly it goes down. Single sacred site, now taken for Lucifer. Time is gonna start, and as quickly as it starts, it's gonna end. PuppyPaw already here, already present. And now over towards that southeast side. PuppyPaw already climbing towards 300 population. 29 elephants. Like, at this stage, he's only making elephants. It's an elephant-only strategy. And you want to know what's crazy? It's actually working. They nerfed this elephant in the last patch. And there's a good reason why. It's kind of good. He's got the Mahout upgrade a little bit faster. Couple relics here as well. He's stolen away. Paw with the 5 relics at the moment. That'll be 7. Still plenty out here. Back towards the center. Second keep coming up. It looks like Lucifer. Gonna find the third way to play this. Not gonna go for a snipe. Not gonna try and go for attrition. Instead, just gonna play into the sacred site. Very bold choice here. Just keep in mind, all you're doing is giving your enemy time to build up their army, to build up their mass. And while technically, you don't need population space to make keeps, good luck. Good luck. Elephant number continues to climb. He's at 35 now. Mass elephants is real and it can hurt you. Let's check in with the bases, though, of these players and see how they're doing. Lucifer on 143 vills. 107 military. PuppyPaw 175 vills. So quite a high villager count there for him. And 175 military pop. You couldn't cut it down the middle if you tried. More than that. 10 mangoes. He's picked up the adjustable crossbars. Elephant's looking solid. Vills up towards the north. Is there an opportunity for a snipe? Yes and no. He's got the fire armor. Like, 16 fire armor is so hard to get through. So that's another thing to remember. It's like, you can try and snipe this, but good luck getting through that. Especially when you combo, like, Vills repairing. It's almost impossible to break through this. Unless you've got a special unit like the Fire Lancer. The Fire Lancer's specifically designed to defeat things like this. So I don't think that's really going to work. Stonewall's now going to be coming up on the front. Good luck to Lucifer. Looks like he's got decent natural walls that are here. Needs to get this wall up. Wants to delay his opponent as much as he can. Still got 7 minutes left. And the elephant spam continues. PuppyPaw now beginning to approach the break in the wall. And honestly, he could use this to his advantage. Now all of a sudden it becomes a little bit of a choke point. He can leave the mangoes in. It's time. It's time. Witness it in all of its glory. A huge amount of elephants and mangonels in the back. We finally see it in the grand finals. A bit of endgame that's coming out. Culverin gets some decent shots off on the mangoes. Mango's trying to find a way through. Hit the hand cannons. Get some good shots off the top rope. But the elephant number, look at the elephants, bro. They are crushing. It's not even close. Elephant, oh my god. Oh my god. All right, who said that about the Delhi Sultanate? Who said that about the Delhi Sultanate? Point to them. Tell me who it was. PuppyPaw takes the victory with the Delhi Sultanate against Lucifer on 7 and starts to look a little bit stronger. Starts to look a little bit like the 2-time may become the 3-time here. Incredible performance there from PuppyPaw. Holding it out through the mid-game. You can see that Vil count just middle of the pack. Military count just goes troppo. Absolutely dumpsters Lucifer at the end. Wasn't even close. Look at that difference right there. What a game coming out from PuppyPaw. In the end, he was able to confirm victory against Lucifer. It was a bit of an all-over-the-place lobby right there after 35 minutes. After this game, we're diving into the halftime show. And then we're going to be hitting you with game number 4. But before we do that, let's take a look at the leaderboard. I'll get confirmation now from our admin that everything is up to date as of this game, as of this moment right here, right now. Let's take a look at our board. It is updated. I've got confirmation. Here we go. PuppyPaw ahead up to 19 points now. Kill score at 7 with 2 victories. 2 maps remain. And how many more contestants are there? Now, keep in mind, the most points we've ever seen scored in a game, I think, is 15. And that was when someone cleared the entire lobby. So it's starting to look less and less likely that someone like Sass or Numadan or Daimyo is going to be able to take the victory of the entire event. It's possible. They can still absolutely do it. It's just going to take a lot of luck and a lot of skill. People like Beastie, Lucifer and Corvinus, Wham, I think they're still in with a chance. Even if they don't win both of the maps, there's the opportunity for maybe a first blood comboed together with a win, as long as PuppyPaw gets a bad spawn or a bad civ. Though, I'd argue the Delhi Sultanate weren't the best civ, and PuppyPaw's just gone and said, well, watch this, Drongo. Tell me what you think now. All right, we'll leave it there. That's going to be it for this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. The paw is the law.